Alright, we are live. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. I am Violet Hyena. You are here with perfect timing, and I am here to do readings for people with perfect timing. So, hello and welcome. I do see that we have YK Joe in chat. Hi, YK Joe. YK Joe says, "Hi, Violet." So I say hi back. And YK Joe says, "Congratulations on 200 subscribers. Thank you so much. It's very exciting." And YK Joe says, "How have you been recently?" I've been amazing and drinking lots of liquids. So that is my game plan. But life is good so far. I hope your life is going good too. Hello, Debbie Kelly. And Debbie Kelly says, "Hello, beautiful. Hello." Welcome, everybody. And Debbie says, "Can you please pull a card for me and ask the universe what it has to say?" Of course I will. And then Margaret says, "Hello." Hello, Margaret. Alright, so let me pull Debbie's deck. Let's find out what deck is going to choose Debbie today. I have one background fan to shut off. There we go. And there we go. Okay, little adjustments. Then I see, of course, Margaret's question, so I will put you both on the list. So we got Debbie and Margaret. Alrighty. On the list. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, so which deck would like to draw Debbie's card today? Which deck would like to draw Debbie's card today? Okay, it's gonna be number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Every little thing you do is magic, you know. This was the tarot card deck. La da 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 da. It's magic, you know. I notice you. Yes. Which card for Debbie today? Oh, universe, what do you have to tell Debbie today? Oh, universe, what do you have to tell Debbie today? That's, oh no. We must shuffle more. Oh, universe, what do you have to say to Debbie today? Okay, for Debbie, we got the 4 of Swords. Alright, so swords are thinking and mental and air. And 4 is, oh, my word for it. 4 is stability. So this is time of resting for your brain. See that sleepy little creature there? Totally resting its brain and just relaxing from all that hard thinking it did. That's what you want to do, Debbie. You want to take a nap? You want to rest your brain. You need it. That is what the universe has to say. Okay, so we got Debbie's. And then we got Margaret's question. And Margaret's question was, will Paul's new roommate stay at Paul's place long? So will Paul's new roommate stay at Paul's place for long? Will Paul's new roommate stay at Paul's for long? Which deck wants to handle that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the Supernatural deck. Very good. Come on out. You can't come out of the pool. Come out of the pool. There we go. So will Paul's new roommate stay at Paul's long? Will Paul's new roommate stay at Paul's for long? The answer is no. She will not be at Paul's for very long. And looking into the card, this is the 8 of Pentacles. And I know the 8 of Pentacles is harvest. Is that harvest time? Harvest time. Yeah, it's mastery. It's mastery of the element of Pentacles, which is coins, health, wealth, earth, and it is a mastery of making the coins. So she might be good at making money. The picture is pretty representative of a very stabby woman. So she looks like she's going to defend her money, and move on. So she's not going to be there for very long. Okay, so that was Debbie and Margaret. And then I'm going to drink some water and check chat. Here we go. Okay. Drink the water. Okay, and then I'm gonna check on chat and most likely make a new list. Let's see what we got. There it is. My favorite pen. Okay, see YK Joe. Hello, YK Joe again. And YK Joe is going on the list. Okay. YK Joe asks, what's this year teaching me? Is anything or anyone from YK Joe's past going to resurface? Alright, and Margaret retracted her message, and that's okay. YK Joe says, am I holding on to anything subconsciously that I should let go of? And Debbie Kelly says, the raccoon is resting. I'm ready to rest. You know what? Yeah, just rest. And Debbie Kelly says, thanks. You are very welcome. And Margaret says, Is Paul's new roommate going to start trouble? Okay, got Margaret back on the board. And Debbie Kelly says, enjoy your Sunday evening with Sparkle. And I say, thank you, I will. You do the same. And Margaret says, is Paul's mom still going to visit him in July? It's a very good question. I'll add it to the list of questions. Alright, but first we got YK Joe. Okay, so YK Joe had a lovely list of questions. Let's see here. I have... There we go. They're out of the way. So, how do we want to organize these questions? Okay, so what's this year going to teach YK Joe? So the year's teaching. Is there anything or anyone from YK Joe's past going to resurface? Past resurface. That's a yes, no question. And YK Joe's, am I holding on to anything subconsciously that I should let go of? Let it go. And that's kind of a yes, no. Awesome. I have YK Joe's questions. And now we're going to pick a deck. Which deck would like to answer YK Joe's questions? Which deck? Which deck? Okay, that's the ace, the cat's tarot. Get out the kitties for YK Joe. Okay, so for the cards, we have... I will turn it around, but for now, this year's teachings. Will anything from the past resurface? And is there anything that YK Joe needs to let go of? That's a better shuffle. Okay, so this year's teaching is the Chariot. The past resurface is the Ace of Wands, and it's a yes. And anything that you need to let go of? No, not really. Okay, so let me I'm gonna flip this so you can see it on screen. Yeah, but you can read it and it won't be upside down. Alright, there we go. So first we have this year's teaching is the Chariot. And the Chariot is a major arcana, so you gotta pay attention. You just gotta pay attention when there's a major arcana. And the Chariot is a card where you have to charge ahead and you have to go with determination and just do not look back at the other writers who are next to you. They're not your concern. You have to focus on what you're doing and go for it. So that is what the cards say. And then the past resurfacing is a yes. It's the Ace of Wands. So something of action is resurfacing. Let me look at the question yet. Boop. Okay. Is anything or anyone from your past going to resurface? And that was a yes. So Ace of Wands. So yes, something from your past is going to resurface. And the wands are fire, it's fire, creativity, magic, and action. And then the wands, well, the ace is where something begins. So something that you began as an action is resurfacing. So something you left unfinished and you began is going to resurface. So that's just a clarification on the question, which is yes, you started something and then it's going to come back because you began it and then you got to finish it. And then we have the strength card for is there anything you need to let go of? And no, you don't need to focus on anything to let go of because you have the inner strength. And this is the major arcana. You gotta listen to these cards. So there's nothing you have to let go of. You have the inner strength to get through what you're doing right now. You're doing great. Keep going. You got this. Alright. So nothing you need to worry about letting go of. But that thing that's going to resurface is something you've already begun, so you're just gonna have to finish it. Alright, I hope that helps you out, YK Joe. I'll put this stick away, and then we're gonna get to Margaret's questions. So we're going to gather up Margaret's questions. Which is Paul's new roommate going to start trouble? And is Paul's mom still going to visit him in July? Okay. And actually, put that down because I need to pick a deck. I need to pick a deck. Which deck would like to answer Margaret's questions? Which deck? Which deck? Oh, Joker. Alright, so an extra card and Hufflepuff, which is Queen. So 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright. So it is also going to be a Joker, an extra card for clarification on something. We'll find out. We will find out. Okay, so for the cards, the questions were, is Paul's new roommate going to start trouble? And is Paul's mom still going to visit him in July? Okay, so is Paul's new roommate gonna start trouble? And the answer is yes. And then is Paul's mom still gonna visit him in July? And the answer is yes. So let's look into the cards for more details. I'm gonna get a drink of water first. Okay, so the Empress. So the Empress is going to cause a little bit of mayhem because she's going to take the throne, figuratively. She's gonna do her thing. She's gonna just go do her Empress thing. The Empress is a major arcana. In fact, oh wait, and there's an extra card too. So let's see what the extra card is. The Ace of Pentacles. Okay, well, Let's see how that ties together a little bit later. But we have the new roommate, which is represented by the Empress. Again, a major arcana, so not something to F with. The Empress represents pregnancy, usually, because fertility and the mother figure and abundance and just a queen on her throne in general. And there is a baby in the picture. I don't know if she has kids, but she holds herself like an empress. And that is the type of personality she is. And she will cause trouble if she needs to cause trouble. But I don't think it's in a malicious way. I think it's in a way where it's like she's going to want to get her way. And that's just how she is. And then looking at Paul's mom visiting in July. Yes. And the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is another major arcana card. It is about viewing things from a different perspective. So you would hang upside down, you get a new perspective, and then when you come back up, you have new knowledge. You have new knowledge. And this one, you might feel a little tied up with Paul's mom being there, but if you would take a little time, you might feel a little tied up, but it's not terrible. Oh no! I was just trying to blow the dust bunny. Hold on. I got it. Haha. Alright, so the Ace of Pentacles to tie this in, right? Well, the Ace of Pentacles is coins, wealth, health, earth, resources. And Ace is the beginning of something. I'll look into the card for more details. A new money project is going to start, like a new, I say money project, but I guess you can translate that as a new way to make money, a new way to gather resources is going to come about. All right, well, that is what this is, and I hope that helps you out, Margaret. Then I'm going to get a drink of water and check. Water. This one's a flavored water. Okay, let's see. Ankita. Hello, Ankita. Ankita says hi. Hi. And Preston says hello, and hello, Preston. And a sparkling heart. So welcome both of you. And Preston, yes, you can ask questions. It's okay. And I know Ankita had questions yesterday. So you can bring them forth from yesterday, and you have plenty of time today. I've only been streaming for half an hour. Yes, is R going to talk to Ankita again like he did yesterday? And will he go for movies if I ask? It's a very good question. So is R gonna talk? These are two questions. Is R gonna talk like yesterday? And will Ankita and R go to the movies? And current feeling of R for Ankita. Okay. 3 lovely questions on the board. Okay, which deck would like to answer these? Right, and Preston, I do see your question. I will get to you after Ankita. So Preston is on the list. Put the list here. Which deck? Which deck for Ankita tonight? And number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Prisma Visions deck. There we got everyone. Everyone's out of the pool. Okay, so for the cards, will R talk to Ankita again like he did yesterday? And will they go out for a movie date if Ankita asks? And what are the current feelings of R for Ankita? Okay, so is R gonna talk to you again like he did yesterday? And the answer is no. Will you go for movies if Ankita asks? No. And current feelings of R for Ankita, the Emperor. Okay, so let's look into the cards a little bit more. So, is R going to talk to you again like he did yesterday? And the answer is no. And looking into the card, we have the Ten of Swords, and the Swords is represented by the mind, air, conflict, and 10 is usually the conclusion of a long journey. And this is this death is usually represented as a small death of, like, because it's time to just, like, let all the thoughts go, because all of the thoughts have stabbed the person in it. So they're just, it's not good. It's a small death. It's a metaphorical mental death, usually of a personality of some sort. And at that point, it's just time to let it go and rest your brain for a bit, because you're just mentally cooked. So I'm guessing that talk yesterday was not a good one. And I do remember the answer for that one being no, he will not talk to you again like that. He was I think this one's telling you that he was mentally exhausted from that. So that's not going to happen again anytime soon. And then, will you go on a movie date? If you ask him, the answer is no. And unfortunately, this is like another not so good card. This is the Tower, and the Tower is usually cracked foundations. So there is something not stable here. There's something, like, there's a lot of destruction in this card and chaos. And this is not one of the, like, this is one of the bad cards. This is also one of the bad cards, but this is the worst card. So this is the Major Arcana. You're not gonna go on that date if he's gonna. Oh. Okay, the question was, are you gonna go on the date if you ask? And the answer was no. The reason is because it's just not a good move. It's a terrible move. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then ours feelings towards Ankuta is the Emperor. And the Emperor is a very father figure, a very kingly figure. It's also another major arcana. And the Emperor, like, he kind of sits on his throne, and he's just the male dominant figure. So his feelings for Ankuta are the Emperor. He feels empowered with you, like he has the ruling stage. That's a lot of conflict. But that is what the cards have to say, and I hope that helps you out, Ankuta. Sorry to deliver such grim news. And then we have Preston on the board. We have Preston on the board. And Preston asks, is Preston's Leo wondering about Preston? Okay, is Preston's Leo? Oh yeah, we need to pick a deck for this question. Which deck? Which deck? Which deck? Which deck? King 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's the Robin Wood. Tarot. Let's see. Is Preston's Leo wondering about Preston? Is Preston's Leo wondering about Preston? Okay, the answer is yes. Preston's Leo is wondering about Preston. And the card details is that we have the Four of Pentacles, and that Pentacles represent wealth, health, earth, and resources. And number 4 represents stability. And so this is a time when you're going to be gathering and holding your resources tight. That is why this man has his crown on, he's holding his pentacle, and also he is stepping on the pentacles to make sure they don't go anywhere. So this is... So, given this, your Leo is wondering where his resources are. So he sees you as very important in the area of resources and wealth and health. So that is what the cards say. So I hope that helps you out, person. Okay. Put this one back. And then we're going to take a drink of water, and then we're going to check chat. Water is good and tasty. Okay. Let's see what we got. Clear the board. Probably going to be making a new list. And Crystal Roberts says, hi. Hi, Crystal Roberts. Welcome. Crystal Roberts says, Taurus be like 4. And Crystal Roberts says, can I have a reading? You may have a reading. Crystal Roberts says, my life is a beautiful disaster at the moment. Can you tell me something coming up that can help? We're going to ask the cards, absolutely. So, Crystal. Alright, and Crystal, I do not recognize your username. Are you new? And if you're new, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. And then I see Parlus. Hello, Parlus. And Parlus is taking things slow. Dizzy spells. Yes. Parlus, sit and drink water. No dizzy spells for you. Sit and rest. Okay, so we're going to need a deck for Crystal. to answer her question. Which deck? Which deck? Which deck? Which deck? Oh, you get an extra card, so that'll come in later. And you get 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It is the Prism of Visions deck. Oh, so you do get another card. That's what the Jokers are. Here you go there. And the question was, Crystal's life is a beautiful disaster. Can you tell me something that might coming through that might help? That's what we're gonna look for. Alright, any helpful advice? It's now not just a 1 card reading, it's now a 2 card because you got the Joker. Some advice for Crystal about something that's coming through. Let's give some helpful advice. Okay, so we got 1, and for the Joker, ooh, the Lovers. The Lovers. Choices to be made. Oh, Ace of Chalices. Okay, well. So, something that's coming through is that aces are the beginning of the suit. So this is Ace of Chalices, and chalices are relationships and emotion and water and relationships. I think I said that already. And Ace is the beginning of that suit. So whatever you are starting has to do with a relationship. And then it brings up the Lovers, which is a major arcana. And those you gotta pay attention to. And it's the Lovers. And the Lovers all do mean romance and coupling up, but they're also a choice you have to make. So you're going to be making an emotional choice. It might be romantic, because that was the extra card. So it's hinting really heavy romance, because this is pretty romantic, a scene itself. And then these people are dancing. I'm going to show you the cards. It's pretty romantic, see? See if I can get them in frame. There we go. That's a beautiful framing. Yeah, that's pretty romantic looking, if I had to take any guess. So something romantic is coming your way. Go with it. I have all the good vibes here. Go with it. Have some fun. And that is what the cards have to say. Go with your beautiful disaster self and have a beautiful, disastrous romance. That is what the cards have to say. Thank you. I hope that helps you out. Okay, gonna put this deck away. And then I'm gonna check chat. Check chat. Some water. Ooh. Water is tasty. And it's just flavored water, so don't mind the color. It's still water. Okay. So we chat, and chat says, Parlous Lodge says, yes, taking it slow, dizzy spells. Preston says, thank you, Beating Heart, you are so very welcome. I'm happy to help. Parlous Lodge says, jokers are always wild for some reason. Jokers are wild because they're jokers. They're a personality type. It makes sense. I mean, that is a reason in itself. It is a joker. It is wild. And Parlous Lodge says, Spiderweb, enjoy the sip. I do enjoy the sip. It's very refreshing. And Crystal Roberts says, thank you, appreciate you. You are so very welcome. I appreciate you. Alright, and I have caught up on chats. There are no questions. That means I get to pick a oracle deck to read to fill the silence. Because silent streams are boring. Ignore it. It's just the information card. Ignore it. It's shy. I hope everyone had a lovely weekend. Mine was relaxing. And Parlous Lodge says, more field testing with the deck. Field testing? I don't know about field testing. These are pretty well tested already. They help fill the silence. And they give good advice. Just general good advice for all you people with good timing. It's better than it was. Okay, so we got Parlous Lodge says some decks react differently. This is true. This is true. Alright, babies are thinking and attracting before they are speaking. Even though you are only months old in your physical body, you are a very old and wise creator focused in that baby's body, and you came with powerful intentions. People often assume that because a child is not yet offering words, the child could not be the creator of its own experience. But it is our promise to you that no one else is creating your experience. Children emanate vibrations, which are the reason for what they attract, even from their time of birth. Babies. I came as an extension of source energy. You came as a physical extension of source energy. Understanding that you would explore contrast causing expansion, not only for you, but for all that is. You knew that you could find your way back to the resources of your source by feeling your way, and by understanding that the relationship between you and you is not one of separateness, but of alignment and resonance. When you master the art of allowing your consistent alignment with Source within you, every other relationship will benefit and be pleasurable. Yay! I can attract relationships that agree with my desires. People are not finding it difficult to find the mate of their dreams because I notice you. Sorry, I get distracted. Because that person does not out there. But because of their own contradiction to their own desire and in the thoughts that they offer about the subject every day. When you consider offering thoughts about your future relationship that feel good when you think about them, that means you are consistently matching the desires that you have discovered as you have lived life. And under those conditions, only someone in agreement with your desires could come to you. Ah. So I see something on the chat. YouTube Shorts 5754 new subscriber. Well, welcome, new subscriber. Check mark, thumbs up, like 7, ma'am. Will I be able to talk to Joy T. Chattel today about AJ Dunhan, new subscriber. Okay, so YouTube Shorts, please only please only post the question once. 4 times is not necessary. I will answer your question. I'll put this deck away. So, new subscriber, like 7. Nice. Parla slouch. Okay, so I guess I'll put YouTube.shorts on my list, and I will get to your question very shortly. Okay, so you are on the list. I'll get to your question very shortly. I'm just going to catch up on chat, and then I'll get back to you. Let's see. Parla says, the tempo could be a bit faster, slower, but the vibe is still good. And then YouTube Shorts posted the question twice more. And I already talked to you about that, so I will get back to you after I'm finished catching up on chat. And then Parla says sometimes an Apple computer product will echo. Apple products tend to do that on YouTube. So, yeah. I guess it might be. I am going to answer the question. I just do not like the echoing question. It's, yeah. So I'm just going to answer the question. I'm going to find a deck for macro intends to be pressed. Might be. I don't know. Well, as long as it doesn't continue all night, I think we'll be okay. Alright, so the question is, let's first get a deck for YouTube Shorts. Ace, which is the cat turret. You know what? I think the cat turret is on point for this one. Okay, so it's going to be the cat turret going to be answering. Oh, and again, thank you for subscribing. Will YouTube Shorts be able to talk to Jay Yolti Chahal today about AJ Dillon? Yeah, so, okay. I think I got it. It is a yes/no question. Will YouTube Shorts be able to talk to Joyoti Chahal today about AJ Dunnan? Dalhan? Alright, let's see. Okay, and the answer is yes. I'm going to look into the card for more details. So, as an answer, will you be able to talk to Jyoti Chahal today about AJ Dalhan? And the answer is yes. And we have the Major Arcana, the High Priestess. So yes, you are going to be able to talk to this person about that topic. And it's going to be a very spiritual conversation. A very high-level, high-brained one. So it's going to be a really good conversation. So congratulations. Go ahead and have that conversation. I hope that helps you out, YouTube Shorts, and thank you again for subscribing. Okay, and Parla Such says, Macro tends to get pressed. Had a tough time figuring out Apple's software products. You know what? That's fair. I stay away from Apple products. I like my non-Apple products. I notice you. I notice you. Come here. Oh, yeah, full. Notice me. Okay, I've noticed my phone. It has felt acknowledged. Alright, I'm gonna have a drink of water. Android. Actually, I have Google products now, and that is why I stay away from Apple. Google's just better. Google is just better. And that is my humble opinion. I might be completely wrong for other people, but I am a Google girl. What am I doing? I'm picking my Oracle deck because there are no more questions. Let's do ask and it is given. There we go. And this is the information card. Don't look. It's shy. We'll give it some space and some airtime and it'll be okay. I do notice you. Psst. I'm streaming. Go away. Alright. When my desires and beliefs are a vibrational match, that which is like it unto itself is drawn. So the vibration of your being must match the vibration of your desire. Another way of saying that is your desires and your beliefs must be a vibrational match in order for you to receive that which you desire. And Parlasach says, never quite sure what an .ai character will do. Crab. That kind of makes complete sense, but scary. Not entirely, because I don't know what people are going to do. I mean, I still find people more scary than AI. Francis John, hello. Hi, is reading still available? Reading is still available. Francis John, I don't recognize your username. You must be new. Welcome and thank you for subscribing. You may ask as many questions as you like. You have subscribed. And Francis John says, I'm new, yes, hard eyes. Welcome. And Parlasach says, with a cup of tea or coffee, welcome. And Francis John says, thank you, hands, and thank you. And Francis, you can drop your question in the chat and I will get to it. I will put my Oracle deck away. There we go. Energy reading, please. Sure, no problem. Watery eyes. And Parlasach says, hot spring. How long is the European heat wave will last? I don't know. It's hot in Florida, though. I'm not in Europe, but I'm in Florida. It's hot. Let's see, an energy reading for Francis. So it's going to be open to all the decks. That's going to be number 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the deck that Francis has is every little thing you do is magic, you know. Do 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 do. It's magic. Let's see here. Oh my god, you have 13 decks. Yes, I have 13 decks. I can't choose. I use a regular playing card deck to choose which one gets to speak. I have so many. Okay, nice energy reading for Francis. And Parla Slouch says, the golf course flag and hole and green. At least you get to see what certain ones look like up close. That's true. I like my decks. They're my babies. Okay, so an energy reading for Francis John. We got the 10 of Cups. Francis. Alright, so Cups is the suit of emotion and water and relationships. And 10 is the completion of the suit. So this is an ideal life. This is a very happy card. This is a very joyful card. We're focused on all the good things that have come about because of an emotional uplift. So you are in the spot where you want to be, and you have all your cups filled, and you're just happy, and there's foxes being foxes. There's foxes being foxes. So a very happy and generated energy is here. And overall, and there's also a rainbow. You cannot not be happy when there's a rainbow. So my energy read on you is that you're very happy and energetic. Alright. And then I'm going to put this deck away. And Parlasot says, and also I hope that helps you out, Francis. And Parlasot says, an oasis in the desert moment. And Francis John says, heart eyes, I love rainbows. Thank you, dear. Heart bubbles and cat heart eyes. You are so welcome. I love to have cheery people in the chat. It's very nice. And you may ask as many questions as you like. While I'm on stream, I do stream for about 2 hours at a time every night. And I am up to 1 hour and 14 minutes already tonight. So you got about 40, everybody's got like 45 more minutes of my time. And Francis John says, can I also ask what Joe's true intentions towards Francis? Of course. Of course. And then Ankita says, ma'am, can I ask if I can try to calm R today and talk to him? Will things get better? And Francis says, you have a very generous heart. Oh, you are very sweet. Thank you. And I'm going to start the list because there's more than one. Because I'm going to do Francis. And then after Francis, I'm going to do Ankita's question. Cool. And Parla says he's sitting this one out and there's dizzy spells. Parlis, go drink some water, go sit down, go take care of yourself. Okay? The most important part is taking care of yourself, especially when you have dizzy spells. Also, deep breathing, that helps get the oxygen flowing. I wish you luck. That's very worrying, sir. I notice you. And that is my phone. It is yelling at me. And that's okay. Because I'm streaming. Leave me alone. Alright, so first, Francis. Which deck? Which deck wants to answer Francis? Number 10. And I'm going to say that's a tarot card question. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the supernatural deck. There we go. Okay, so what's Joe's true intentions towards Francis? What is Joe's true intentions towards Francis? What is Joe's true intentions towards Francis? And the answer is the 5, 6, 7 of blades. And blades are swords. They're mental. They're usually conflicts. But usually have to do with logic and a lot of thinking. Oh, and 7 is a variety. Let's see, a variety of thoughts. And then in reflection. So, question. So in context with the question, Joe's intentions, true for Francis, is, so there is the fact that there are blades, and that woman looks like she could stab up a person. And if that seems to be the vibe of this Joe person, maybe not. Don't poke the bear. Just don't poke the bear. But there's a lot of, this is a very logical person. A very logically calculated person. I'm gonna say be careful, just because there's a blade in that hand, and I just want you to be careful, okay? It's kind of a scary looking woman, and you just don't go too close. Kind of give her some space. And very logical, thoughtful. So it's logical and calculating. So that is Joe's true intentions. Alright, I hope that helps you out, Francis. And then I'm going to get to Ankita's question. And Ankita's question was, can I ask, if I try to calm R today and talk to him, will things get better? That's a very good question. I'm going to ask the cards. Which deck would like to answer? Which deck would like to answer? Ankita. That's Ace. So Cat Tarot. Cat Tarot. There we go. If Ankita tries to calm R today and talk to him, will things get better? If Ankita tries to talk to R, will things get better? If Ankita talks to R, will things get better? Okay, and the answer is no. The answer is no. And the details are the lovers. And this would be something called a lover's spat. And with lovers' spats, distance will make the heart grow fonder. So give R some space. Alright? So that is what the cards say. Just black and white. This is a lover's spat. Just give them some space. And let them calm down on their own. Okay, and then we're going to look at chat. Francis says, she's very logical, but I feel uneasy. So, if you feel uneasy, take the hint. Imagine that she's holding a blade and step away, give her space. That's definitely the reading I got on her too. So definitely take that instinct and really listen to that instinct, Francis. Yeah. And Ankita says, will I and R become good, close friends? That's a very good question. And I'm gonna put Ankita on the list again. Okay, and then I'm gonna finish reading chat, and I'll get back to your question, Ankita. Will I and R become good, close friends? And Francis John says, thank you so much for the clarity. Super appreciate it. You are so welcome. And Francis John says, question please, what is Anna's karmic debt to Francis? Let's find out. Put Francis on the board. I'll answer your question after Ankita's. Okay. There we go. So who wants to answer Ankita's question? Who wants to answer Ankita? Who wants to answer And okay, number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Supernatural deck. Oh my. Again, supernatural deck. Oh. Oh, Winchesters, Winchesters. Please tell us, will R and Ankita become good close friends? Will R and Ankita become very close friends? Will R and Ankita become very close friends? And the answer is no! The answer is no. And let us find out the details of the card. We'll look into the details. Okay. This is just a very funny personality card because I know this show. I know the character of the show. This is the Knight of Goblets. So this is cups, this is emotion, this is relationship, this is water. And I can see that the Knight is also of action. It is a character that has knowledge of the field of emotions. And this one particular card has no malicious intent. However, he is holding a samurai sword, so just know that he is weaponized. He may not be good at the weapon, but he has one. But right now he's got a pint in hand, and that's really not good. Like, I feel like the words that come to me are he's deep in his cups. Don't bother him. Just give him lots of space. And that goes for friendship too. Like, you may not want to get close. You may just want to give him some space and visit occasionally. And that is what the cards are telling me. So I wish you luck on Kita. I hope it goes very well. I hope that helps. And then we're going to go to Francis's next question. Which deck is it? I do see that Francis replied a little bit more. I'm going to read it. And Francis says, "Oh God, I would stay away from a woman or anyone with a blade on their hands. They just messaged me asking to debate." You know what? I will get to you in a moment. Let me, you know what? We're going to ask the cards about that. Why not? It's your turn anyway, so I'm going to find, a deck to answer Francis's questions. Which deck is going to answer Francis's questions? Number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's the Cat Tarot. It's the Cat Tarot. There we go. Okay, so cards. We're gonna answer Francis's first question and then second question. What is Anna's karmic debt to Francis? What is Anna's karmic debt to Francis? What is Anna's karmic debt to Francis? Okay. So the karmic debt is the Six of Wands, because wands in this deck is cat toys. It's the best. I love this deck so much. And the wands are action, fire, magic, creation, action. I think I already said action, but there you go. So, and this is 6. And this is a victory card. It's the wands. And the wands are about picking the right tool for the job. So Anna's karmic debt to Francis would have to be something on the creative side. It's something using the right tool for the job. Maybe a passion project. It's very colorful. And it's very energetic. But also, cats do use their claws on their projects, so for some reason that logic is popping out at me from this card. And there's a lot to choose from. So that is for the first question. And then, so they just messaged you asking to debate. You know what? And I have a question. Should you debate? Should you? Should Francis debate with this person? So should Francis debate with this person? And the answer is no, you should not debate with this person. And this is the 5, 6, 7, 8 of swords. And the swords are represented because the cats have their claws and their teeth out. That's 7, so it's not introspection, is it? It's inquiry, reflection, and nostalgia. But this is swords. So there's going to be a lot of thinking process here and logic. But again, this is attack mode. This is digging in and maybe playful from their point of view, but the claws are still out. The thoughts and the debating is still like going to be like digging in. So this might just be their way of fun, is debating, but the recommendation by the card was a no, so do not debate. The claws are out and they're going to be attacking mentally, if that makes sense. Like you know what, a debate is a combat with the mind. So that is that's what I'm going for here. It is It is a combat of the mind. So you two are going to do battle through this debate if you do it, but the card recommends that you should not. So I hope that helps you out, Francis. Alright, and Francis says, wow, that's a very beautiful and balanced reading. Star Eyes, you're very welcome. And Ankita says, just have a last question. Go for it. I'll put this deck away. I'm going to have a drink of water before I read anymore. Tasty. Okay, let's see. Ankita says, my brother Monu, who judged me and made me feel characterless, will ever realize his mistake and apologize, how long it might take. So, the question is, will Manu ever apologize? That is a very good question. So, okay, I do have the question in my brain. That way I can transfer it to the cards. Which deck would like to answer Ankita? And, oh, yeah. So, we have Ankita. We might have Francis again. Hold on. Let me catch up on chat, and then Ankita, I will answer your question. Francis John says, thank you so much for the guidance regarding Joe. I'm not up for a swordplay debate and protect my energy. Good for you. Goods for you, sir. And Francis John says, enjoy the water. I will. Water is amazing. And Ankita says, mesh. Okay. Awesome. So I have now... Yes. So very good. And thank you. So now I've caught up in chat. I'm going to do Ankita's question. Which deck would like to answer Ankita? Which deck would like to answer Ankita? Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Robinwood Terrace. Will Manu ever apologize to Ankita? Will Manu ever apologize to Ankita? Will Manu ever apologize to Ankita? The answer is no. No. Manu will not apologize. This is the 6 of Cups. And this is like a return to childhood. And considering that it's your brother, he's not going to think much of him slighting you as a problem. He's going to think back on all this on a lighter tone. He's probably not even realized that he's done something wrong. So he's not going to apologize. He doesn't think he's in the wrong, and he doesn't understand that relationships take responsibility, and sometimes apologizing for making someone feel characterless and down. So I don't think he's going to realize that he should apologize. So don't hold your breath on that. And I do hope that helps you out, Ankita. Okay, and Francis John says, another question, please. Of course, you're subscribed. What is Jane Phillips' feelings towards Francis? That's a very good question. I'm going to put this deck away, and then I'm going to have some water, and then we're going to pick a new deck for you. Here we go. There. More water. And also Ankita says, so we ain't talking ever again? Please, if that doesn't happen, we will ever talk again? So will we never talk again? Interesting. Alright, so we have Francis's question. And then we have Ankita's question again. I see you there. And then we have Michael L. Diaz. Hello, Michael L. Diaz. Hello from Canada. Best wishes to you and your family, ma'am. Welcome. I don't recognize your username. Are you new? And if you are new, thank you for subscribing. And if you have any questions, drop them in chat and I will add you to the list and then I will get to you. But since I have caught up on chat, I'm going to do the list and then I will return the chat for any questions. Alright, so I'm going to go do that. So we got Francis and Ankita. Francis is, which deck would like to answer Francis? Which deck would like to answer Francis? Not that one. It's spilled. Can't do spilling here. That's better. Okay. Which deck would like to answer Francis? Hey! So Cat Tarot again. The Cat Tarot has gotten so much attention today. Okay. Okay, and I do see Michael L. Diaz has posted a question, so I'm going to add Michael to my list, and I will get back to you, Michael. There we go. We got the list going. I like a nice full list. It's good stuff. And just so everyone knows, I have 14 minutes, sorry, I have about 16 minutes left in my stream. So we're going to see how long this takes, but Michael might be my last question depending on how fast this goes. because I do 2-hour streams, and right now I've been streaming for 1 hour and 45 minutes. So, back to Francis's question. What is Jane Phillips' feelings towards Francis? What is Jane Phillips' feeling towards Francis? What is Jane Phillips' feelings towards Francis? Alright, and the answer is the Lovers. Ooh, romantic. So that is definitely a romance card if I've ever seen it. And it is a major arcana, so it is a major crush from... what's her name? From Jane Phillips. So major crush from Jane Phillips towards Francis. I hope that helps you out, Francis. The cards have spoken. I'm gonna put the cat deck away. Boop. No, my list, come back. There we go. Got it. It's undamaged. We're good. And then we're gonna do Ankita. Which deck would like to answer Ankita? Which deck would like to answer Ankita? J. So that's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is Prisma Visions deck. Okay, there we go. Review the question, which is, so we ain't talking ever again? Because if that doesn't happen, we ever talk again? So we never talk again? I'm just trying to wrap my head around the questions. I think there's 2. Let's see here. So I believe Ankita is saying, will we ever talk again? And that's a yes-no question. And then, because if that doesn't happen, we ever... Okay, so I think that second one is, because if that doesn't happen, I think the second one is, why don't we talk again? If yes. If yes. So if yes, why? Okay, so the big question is, will they talk again? And, sorry, if no, Because if no, why will they not talk again? That makes more sense. So, will they ever talk again? And if no, why? Okay, so will Manu and Ankita ever talk again? And the answer is yes. So it's a yes, they will talk again, so we don't need this one. And the answer is 6 of Wands. And the 6 of Wands is a victory card. And Wands are the suit of action, fire, magic, creation, and I think I said action already. Creativity. There we go. And 6 of Wands is the victory. Because I know 5 is a conflict of actions, but then the result is victory. So after you guys have had your conflict, you will have a victory, you will have a connection, and it will be through action. Some action is going to bring you back together. That is what this is saying. Some action is going to bring you guys back together. So you're good. You guys will speak again. Don't worry. Things will work out. Alright? I hope that helps you out, Ankita. And then we have Michael. We got about 8 minutes left. I'm going to shuffle this again and then put this deck away. Then choose a deck for Michael Diaz. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, Michael says my little dog SYMRY died. She was old. Is she okay? She has never been alone. She has never been without me. Is she okay where she is? Is she safe? Is she so... She is so little, 5 pounds. So, I do apologize that your doggy died. I'm going to do that reading for you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Appreciate you and value you so much. God bless you. Oh, thank you so much. So we're going to find a deck that wants to answer that question. Is the little doggo okay? Okay. I apologize. I think I've been saying Michael. It might be Michelle. Michelle L. Diaz. I apologize if I was pronouncing that wrong. Which deck? Which deck? And that is King. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, which is the Robin Wood Tarot. Excuse me. Okay, so is Simrin. I'm gonna guess that the dog's name is Simrin. Simrin. Okay. Simrin. So is Simrin okay? Is little Simrin doing okay? How is little Simrin doing? That's the question. How is little Simrin doing? How is Simrin doing? Okay, the answer is So here I do have a no, but it's a soft no because the details of the card is that it's the world, and the world is a major arcana. And you said the Simran died, so Simran is one with the world again, and it was turned reverse. So that is my indication of no. Not everything is perfect. So there is not okay, but then again, it's the world. So the world is a happy card, happy details, reconnecting with the universe and all sorts of things, but there is a little bit of missing you in the vibration here, so I don't think that they have fully moved on yet until all that sadness is quelled. So go ahead and grieve, and that's gonna help your dog move on until you are able to let them go. They're gonna stick around because they're not okay with leaving you alone yet. Alright, so I hope that helps you out. I'm gonna put this card back. And then I'm gonna catch up on chat. And have some water. Here we go. Water time and then chat time. And then I have about 2 minutes left and we'll see what chat has to say and we'll probably say goodbye. So hold on. Okay, let's see. And Michelle Lydias says, thank you so much, ma'am. I appreciate you and value you so much. God bless you and thank you so much. And Francis says, thank you so much. Cat heart eyes. I'm loving the cat deck. I love the cat deck too. This is my silliest deck. It's just a delight. I love that deck. And Francis says, is there a chance I could ask a last question, please? I just want to know Mia's intention towards Francis. Oh. Unfortunately, Francis, I don't have time tonight. I have reached my 2-hour point, and for my mental health, I do not go over 2 hours for readings. However, I do stream every day. So if you come back in 22 hours, I will be streaming again. So that's going to be 8:30. I go streaming live streaming. So come back in 22 hours, and then I will answer all of your questions then. But I'm gonna just finish reading chat, and then I'm gonna say goodnight. So bring it back tomorrow, and I will do the reading on it. And Ankita says, it was about my brother. I apologize. He isn't Q real brother. He was a spoken brother. I used to call him brother, the one who character assassinated me. And Ankita says, thank you for all the reads. Really appreciate it. You're very welcome. I'm happy to do any readings anytime. That was a big sigh. Oh, sorry, Francis. And Michelle Lydia says, okay, thank you, ma'am. You're very welcome. And Francis Charles says, maybe next time. Thank you so much for all the readings. Super appreciate it. God bless you. Cat Heart Eyes. You are so welcome. I'm happy to help. And then Francis says, yes, please do rest well, dear. And thank you. And thank you, everyone, for all of your questions. Again, come back in 22 hours, and I will be live streaming again. So, everyone rest well. Good night. Farewell. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.